histology of cornea. So before going to the detailed histology of cornea, you are supposed to know about the detailed basic anatomy of eyeball. So as we have learned earlier, the eyeball is made up of three layers: outer fibrous coat, middle vascular coat, and the inner nervous coat. The outer fibrous coat consists of sclera posteriorly and the cornea anteriorly. The middle vascular coat consists of choroid, ciliary body, and iris. And the inner nervous coat is made up of neuronal layer called as retina. So here histology of the cornea only we will learn in detail. So before that, the outer fibrous coat, as we have mentioned, that is divided into sclera and cornea. What is sclera? Sclera is the posterior 5/6 of the outer fibrous coat, and that is thick, whitish. And this particular layer is radio opaque. Light rays cannot pass through it. And anterior aspect of this sclera is covered by another thin or delicate membrane called as conjunctiva. This is an external covering, and this conjunctiva is called as bulbar conjunctiva, and the same conjunctiva will be reflected to cover the inner aspect of the eyelids called as palpebral conjunctiva. What are the functions of sclera? Sclera is protective in function because that will protect the underlying delicate structures which are related to the eyeball. Second function, the sclera provides attachment to the extraocular muscles. Various muscles are inserted to the sclera. And third function, the sclera maintains the proper shape of the eyeball. Let us learn a little bit about the cornea. Cornea is the anterior 1/6 portion of the outer fibrous layer, and anteriorly the sclera will be continuing as the cornea. So there is sclerocorneal junction called as limbus. The cornea is located anterior as in anterior aspect of the eyeball, and that is continuing posteriorly as sclera. The specialty of the cornea is radio transparent. The light rays can pass through this cornea. So there is sclerocorneal junction called as limbus, and there is the venous sinuses to which the aqueous humor will be absorbed from the anterior chamber. So that we will learn. So after fibrous coat, what you see here is the vascular coat that is modified to form choroid, and here iris and ciliary body. This is the second coat. Third layer is this one, the retina. That is a neuronal layer that consists of the rods and cones. Let us learn the histological features of the cornea. Histologically, the cornea is made up of 5 layers, and all these 5 layers are clearly visible in this particular picture. Let us name these 5 layers: corneal epithelium, Bowman's membrane, corneal stroma, and Descemet's membrane, and endothelium. So these are the 5 layers of the cornea. And in histology, we are learning the details of all layers. The first layer is the corneal epithelium. So this layer is made up of stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium. And the features of the stratified squamous non-keratinized epithelium we have seen under the chapter epithelia. This type of epithelia, the columnar layer will be there in the basal layer, and further above or superficial to the columnar layer there are multiple layers of polygonal cells, and there will be single or multiple layers of the squamous layers. And this particular layer of the cornea, that is the corneal epithelium, regeneration will be possible in case of injury or damage. And this layer is rich in nerve endings, and this layer will be sensitive to the pain. So these are some specific features of corneal epithelium. Remember, cornea is avascular. That feature we are supposed to learn, or we are supposed to remember. So the regeneration is possible in case of damage or injury. Next is Bowman's membrane. Bowman's membrane is the second membrane. This is also called as anterior limiting membrane. This particular layer acts as a barrier to prevent the infection which is happening to the lining epithelium region. Further to the deeper aspect, this infection will be prevented. And in electron microscopic view, this layer is showing presence of fine collagen fibrils, and these collagen fibrils are randomly arranged. And here the cellular architecture is less, or you can say this is non-cellular, but instead of that, this layer is made up of collagen fibrils which are randomly arranged. So this layer is called as anterior limiting membrane or Bowman's membrane. Next is corneal stroma. This is the main bulk or main thickness of the cornea is formed by corneal stroma, and this layer is made up of highly regularly arranged thin bundles of type 1 collagen fibers. Several regularly arranged type 1 collagen fiber bundles can be seen, and these bundles of collagen fibers are arranged at a right angle to each other, and this arrangement makes the cornea very transparent. Remember, in between the lamellae of these collagen fibers, there we can see flattened fibroblast. So what you see here is the hematoxylin stained fibroblast, blue stained fibroblast that we can see between the bundles. Next is fourth layer, Descemet's membrane. So here in the first layer, this is also called as posterior limiting membrane, and this is also non-cellular, and this layer is made up of interwoven meshworks of tiny collagen fibers, and these collagen fibrils also can be demonstrated under electron microscope. Next is endothelium. This is the fifth layer. This is the posteriormost layer of the cornea, and this layer is made up of a single layer of squamous or low cuboidal cells, and this layer is in contact with the aqueous humor of the anterior chamber. And remember, this layer is very important because the nourishment and oxygen will be diffused through this endothelium from aqueous humor towards the corneal epithelium, because the cornea is avascular. So that point we have to remember. And here another function is there for this layer. Excessive fluid will be drained, and that will make this cornea very transparent. And this slide you can appreciate, this is an original histological slide. This layer, all the layers of the cornea can be appreciated, like epithelium, anterior limiting membrane, stroma, posterior limiting membrane, and the endothelium respectively. Next, clinical anatomy of cornea. Corneal transplantation surgery. So in eye donation from the donor, the cornea can be taken and that can be implanted to the recipient's eye. So this procedure is called as corneal transplantation. That's all about the histology of cornea. Thank you for watching this video.